we are right now is we're in our multi-purpose room, and this is one of our eating areas here. And if we walk over here, the plan is now to do what we did years ago, or what was done years ago, is to increase the capacity size of our cafeteria and multi-purpose room. Years ago, that area was closed off. Those were classrooms over there. So what they did is they knocked the wall down and expanded to give more room in that area. So this is what we want to do this time, is we want to knock down these walls here and increase the capacity here into those classrooms. And to do that, we have to build more classrooms out across a bus ramp. Once we do that, then that will give us more space in here, and then we can house, because on normal scheduling, we have about 700 a lunch. Okay, and at the size that we're growing, I don't think we need to look at where we're at now. I think we need to look at where we're going to be in 5 years or 6 years, of probably 800 a lunch. And when you get to 800 a lunch, it's kind of hard, one, for us to seat them. And these ladies do a wonderful job of feeding 600-700 kids at one time, but we don't have anywhere for them to sit. So everybody wants to sit comfortably at lunch. So to alleviate that pressure, we can knock these walls out, knock that classroom out over there, and expand our lunchroom there as well. Comfortably, it'll seat about 600 kids, somewhat comfortably. Okay, that in too entails our outside eating area, where we have probably 15 picnic tables, where you can sit 15 picnic tables, 8 at each table. So you figure it, that's gonna sit 100 and so kids out there during that time. But when it rains, then we have to make adjustments in here. The kids that's not eating, they have to go sit in the auditorium. They're pretty much sitting on top of each other. This is our outside eating area. This area is available on a beautiful day like today, but a few days in the winter, not many, but a few days in the winter, and a lot of days during our Florida seasonal rain activity, we cannot eat out here, okay? So this would be a great area that needs to be covered. If it was covered, then we could utilize it in any type of inclement weather other than being cold. And the kids, it really don't bother them. It bothers us old people more than it does bother them. So this is another area that could be utilized with a cover that would help us utilize more area of our school in a good way. Or we have some leaks in here. You'll see we have some leaks here. And then when you come in the multi-purpose room, if you'll come over here, then we have some leaks in this. What this was years ago, you'll see that we have some leaks up in here in the top here. But what this was years ago, this was an open area. This was an outside area that they came and put a roof on to expand the eating area at that time. And that was back in the 80s or 90s at that time. What we have here is a reoccurring issue that we're having pretty much all over the school, is we had a crack in the structure. So our maintenance crew had to come in and tear all the brick out and reinforce this with steel beams inside the concrete and relay the concrete back in here. And this is happening. You'll see a lot of stress fractures of this old building that was built in 1969, that we're having stress fractures throughout the building. So this is going to occur again and again and again over a course of years to come. So this is what we're looking at right here. Be mindful of this. This was not built in 1969. This was an addition. So since 1979 or 80, whenever this extended wing was built, it's now starting to have stress fractures in it itself. So it's not as old as the main building here that we're looking at back here to our left, but we are having stress fractures in it. We're right outside the doors of our gymnasium, and I'm not just speaking about our gymnasium today. I'm not just speaking about our auditorium today. I'm not speaking just about our stadium today. I'm talking about all the facilities that we have here. Our capacity is limited to minimal numbers. Like our capacity on our gym here is at 575. Our student population at this time is 2,200. Our population maximum capacity for our auditorium is around 450, 475. Again, our population is 2,200. Our capacity in our stadium is way below what it needs to be. This gymnasium has to serve all PE classes in inclement weather. So we need bigger areas. Our band area is we have 300 plus in our band, and the capacity of the band room is probably 75 or 100, so we can't get them all in there at one time. So what a big issue that we're having now is capacity of our facilities meeting the needs of our students. We need a place for our cheer to practice, our dance to practice, our color guard to practice inclement weather. Anything that we have inclement weather wise or facility wise, we're always competing with other organizations inside the school of who's going to practice in the gym or who's going to, so we should have a big one-time facility that will meet those needs, and a multi-purpose practice facility would take care of that. The issue that we're having here is limited capacity. You can see our top 3 rows right here are being condemned right now to structural damage underneath, so we cannot utilize the top three rows. What we need is more bleacher capacity is what we need. We have a lot of people that come to the game that have to stand up, and a lot of people want to stand up, and I get that, but we want to have capacity where people can come and sit and enjoy the ball game without having to stand up. So right now we've lost, for our home ball games, we lost top 2 or 3 rows for our home ball games. Our graduation, we lost the top 3 rows for the graduation. So right now, we need better facilities sitting wise in the stadium. We have 3 basketball teams, boys. We have boys varsity, JV, and 9th grade, and we have 3 girls basketball, varsity, JV, and 9th grade. Well, they all can't practice at one time. The multi-purpose facility will allow that and say, well, they can just take turns. Okay, I get that. That puts them at home at 8 o'clock at night. Okay, if they practice, they get their homework done, they go to bed, they're living that good quality of life. But if we make them do this, then it's kind of hard for that to happen. What we're seeing right here, this is our credit recovery, and earlier when I spoke talking about the renovation and the expansion of our cafeteria, this would be the part of that phase of taking this portable out here and building a 2-story, 8-classroom facility here that would centralize more, office more classrooms. That way I could knock those classrooms out down there and expand our cafeteria, and then those classrooms would move here, plus we'd be able to have more classrooms, and then I could take one of those classrooms and utilize a storage area, which we're really short on is storage, and when we have to store things, we have packages coming in, things of that nature, so we don't have a whole lot of room for storage for that. So that would help out with this phase here, especially the classrooms here and making the expansion in the cafeteria. We do experience some leaks here. We do experience a lot of AC issues about trying to cool a bigger space than it could. So we could use more space. We could absolutely use more space in here.